is from black to Agora Gallery. So I've been a street vendor for about 8-9 years, and I started out actually across the street in front of the Urban Outfitters. Started out on a smaller table than this, very small. So it was maybe like it was actually like an actual card table, like it was square, or like one of those tables you put dominoes on. It was really small, maybe fit, I think, about 12 shirts on it. I think we had it first. 12 shirts, 4 or 5 colors. It was really basic, and we took it out of our financial aid money in school, like $500 or whatever. It was me and another student from FIT, where I started my first company called BS Shirts, right? Where we silk screen our own original designs onto different garments, such as tank tops, t-shirts, hats, and then as the business grew, the table grew, and now we were in front of the Adidas store, where we were selling all of these garments at store prices, right? Now this was, I don't know, I mean, not so unheard of. I'm sure people have done it before, like we weren't doing anything new, but on this block where everybody was selling like, $5 pashminas and, just like the general stuff that you would see from a street vendor. We were selling our products at $75, $50, so, but it was cool because it was all one of a kind. So it wasn't something that you were going to find in Adidas or Urban Outfitters or any other retail store. You got it from us. And then from there, we went to a cross-country tour from New York all the way to Texas, and then actually opened up a retail store in Philadelphia, which only stood for a year. But then after that, after the store went down, came back to New York, and we built my whole image and started my second company, which was called Chris Cologne Originals, which is where we're at now, right?
Okay, so my name is John Richards Perry. I'm an actor, model, photographer. What made me stop at the Chris Cologne table was I was in the city one day and just walking through Soho. Like, Soho's where I go for my inspiration. It's where I go just to really feel like an artist, because, it's such an artist area. And I just was walking and I just saw Chris right at the table. And at first I was just thrown off a little bit, because I'm like, well, we got a dude here right on the corner of Houston and Broadway.
Yeah.
Like right there, you just standing there with your hats laid out and your shirts laid out. And I could not forget the minute I saw your table and I saw the hat. The first thing that jumped at me was the hats. And I was like, I was so mad. Not even like mad, but I was... Okay, I never told you this, but I had no money to my name. Like, I actually was coming out of a job interview, which I never got. And I literally spent like the last cash I had to buy your shirt. I wanted your hat so bad, but I could not afford your hat, and I wanted it so bad. But I just looked at you and I'm like, it's real shit to stand on the streets of New York City, Soho of all things, with a table with hats and shirts lined up, just hustling, just grinding. I just had to have respect for that. So, I bought your shirt, and then I think like it was like maybe like a few days ago. I think it was like a few days after I wore your shirt, and I stopped by 34th Street to see my friend Shima, because she works at the H&M you work at. And then everybody was like looking at me, they're like, yo, where'd you get that shirt? I'm like, yo, that's that Chris Cologne. And
woo! That's crazy.
They were like, that's that Chris Cologne. I'm like, and they was like, oh yeah, they were telling me how you worked there, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
So So anyone who thinks that this is easy and would like to get into this just to make a couple of bucks, don't, because this is not what this is for. This is for if you really want to be out here for like 5-6 hours a day and make no money, just come out the next day and make $40. Just come out the next day and make $200 maybe, and then come out the next day and make nothing, and then do it all over the next week. This is what this is for. This is not to come out and make $1,000 in one day. I mean, you probably could have done that in 2004, which I did that. It was great. But today, absolutely not. This is not for the weak at heart, right? How they say. This is some real shit, man. Which is why I truly believe that the people who buy my product are not in a certain type class, because like they don't care what it's like they might not care what the current trend is. They might not care what everybody else is wearing. They might not care what their friends are gonna say. What they care about is being different and being different around those type of people. You know what I'm saying? Being true to themselves. Yes, absolutely. I agree. I concur.
This slogan just stuck with me because that's just your brand. That's just how you live. Like, if you think like what Chris Cologne does, no one would ever do. Like, yes, there was other street vendors there, but just literally just being on your own. Like, you on your own, just at that table, just standing there hustling, grinding. And I watch what you do on the gram. Like, I'll be up and I'll sleep mad late till like 11, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'll jump on the gram and it's like you there with your table all set out. And I'm just like, because at first I was just like, it just got so crazy as more and more I got to know you. Like, you actually do this, and it's not even like you do it because you have no choice. It's like you're getting yourself out there, like you hustling, you grinding, and that's what we got. I feel like that's what we artists forget to do a lot. It's like what we do is our passion, but it really is a grind. Like, you gotta do it.
just want that platform where the guy who I think I am, you know, the guy who I think I am in reality. And what I mean by that is, so I create this world within my artwork, and it's very childlike in appearance. And even when I talk about it, it sounds like a fairy tale, like it can't happen, and it will never happen. It's just a cool story to tell. The story of the kid who imagines, everything from dragons to unicorns to castles to even sitting on his throne and being king or queen, But I live for that dream. I live for that dream. And I just want to bring my reality that I know in that world to this world, which is, the real world.
From New York. I graduated from FIT with a degree in graphic design, where I started up my first company selling one-of-a-kind t-shirts, where I started selling them on Broadway and Houston. So I'm a street vendor. So coming from the streets to Agora Gallery is a big deal for me. What I really wanted to convey is with my artwork and music and stories is just to take you to a place where like you leave the so-called real world and you're in a different world, so to speak. And you can, see yourself as king or queen. Thank you.
It's right now.
Hey, what's up? So should I pretend like he's not here?
So you're gonna introduce yourself and then say how you like the piece after you finish listening to it.
Oh my God, there's so much pressure on me. My name is Alyssa. And just the pieces are awesome, and the music that goes along with it is really great as well. And seeing the piece, listening to the music on their own, they're great, and then together it makes it even more powerful and awesome.
Yeah, I love people like that. People like that make me happy. People like that they breathe air into not only me, but into my artwork. They bring my artwork to life. I create artwork to inspire myself, to inspire you, the viewer. And then you, the viewer, inspire me by creating that light for my artwork. How do you do that? You are great. You are special for that. Very special. And I'm truly thankful for every person that I come across that touches me in that way, that inspires me in that way. They get a little piece of what my world looks like and what it could be if it entered the real world. And for the most part, they love it. They want to see that. because they want a world where anything is possible. They want a world where they can create magic as well, you know? They don't want all these limitations. I don't want all these limitations. They want to be that person. They want to be great. I am great. I am great.
But I like the monster thing. It's like, but I don't know who sings the music or like.
Yeah, he's actually on his way now.
Okay.
He's stuck in traffic. His name's Angel Lee.
Okay.
So this is after you tell them to stay in the dream.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The beautiful struggle is how do you keep that dream and bring it into the real world? And in doing so, you end up tearing yourself limb from limb and creating, the inner beast, unleashing the inner beast, creating this monster that you are today. So the music, he really had to go to a dark place because we really wanted to, give this presence of something eerie about to come on, sort of like a nightmare.
Yes. So it's like, this is a bit dark. I'm looking at this painting, I'm listening to the music, I'm like, monster, oh my goodness, it's a little bit, it's heavy, I think, a little bit. So, but I'm gonna move to like this
Which is a lot lighter.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna do that, and then.
We actually met at Harlem.
At the Harlem Day, yes.
Exactly. What a shirt.
I did.
The Wild Thing shirt.
The Wild Thing.
And what really brought you to see what caught your eye about it?
Your hats, actually. Remember I told you that they were phenomenal, original, work of art, and then I fell in love with the shirt. I think it comes to the table.
Okay, so now we've come from one extreme to this extreme, right? So this one is called, this exhibit is called Thorn Dream.
I got that.
So
From following you on
Instagram.
Instagram.
Right? So
at the success of my spot at the top. Pressure just keeps building, my stomach turning to knots. I will not allow anyone to bring me down. Uneasy lies ahead, that wears the crown. It's my cross to bear, and I will bear it now. To maintain the dream has become my vow. This is what people fight and die for, stay alive for. Once they reach it, they wanna keep it, that's what we thrive for. For middle class wealthy, it's what we all strive for. My only direction is forward, my dream will be ignored. Come on. Living on the edge of the beam, looking on over the seas. Can't help riding the breeze, taking us to where we can be. I know I won't ever believe, we're reaching for impossible dreams. We won't stop till we see, we're living on the throne of dreams. 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 We're gonna live for the moment, die for the moment, rise to the throne. This is our dream, and we're the only ones that own it. Gonna live for the moment, die for the moment, rise to the throne. This is our dream, and we're the only ones that own it. Gonna live for the moment, die for the moment, rise to the throne. This is our dream, and we're the only ones that own it. Gonna live for the moment, die for the moment, rise to the throne. This is our dream, and we're the only ones that own it. Come on. Living on the edge of the beam, looking on over the seas. Can't help riding the breeze, taking us to where we can be. I know I won't ever believe, we're reaching for impossible dreams. We won't stop till we see, we're living on the throne of dreams. We're living on the throne of dreams.